Joining us now is CBS News Chief Washington Correspondent Major Garrett. Major, good morning to you.
Morning.
Let's stay with that news about troop drawdowns in Iraq and Afghanistan. Long and costly wars there. The president has said he wants to end them. Now it seems he's trying to, but why now? Because he's only got 2 months left?
Well, if you're asking yourself why hasn't the president conceded, it's because he doesn't want to. But are you asking yourself, is he taking moves that suggest that he knows his time in the White House is coming to an end? Yes, and this would be one of them. The president has been driving his civilian and military leadership in the Pentagon toward this for quite some time, but he's accelerated that push. It's been clear from the reporting of David Martin, our colleague at the Pentagon, that the military advisors knew this was coming and wanted to put it into practice as best as they could and shape the president's initiative as best they could. They've done that. So the president hasn't conceded. He hasn't acknowledged the results of this election, which are fundamentally clear, but yet he's taking moves that suggest he knows his time in the Oval Office is limited.
Shifting troop levels in the Middle East could have an impact on intelligence briefings. President-elect Joe Biden is not getting those briefings. How significant is that?
It's more significant as time goes on. In the first couple of weeks, you could probably have some slack in the line and not really be that far behind. But the longer this goes, the more incremental the damage increases. And for the incoming president-elect, his team wants to sit down with the existing administration, at least hear their thoughts, and get their latest read from those in the region, friend and foe. The longer they are deprived of that, the more difficult their ability to, as they like to say, hit the ground running will be.
Now to the president's legal battle here in the U.S. Yesterday in Pennsylvania, the president's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, had to acknowledge in court that they're not even bringing a fraud case there, and yet these baseless cases continue there and elsewhere. What's behind the president's strategy and any cracking in the unified front that Republicans seem to be presenting?
There are cracks, and you saw them on the floor of the Senate yesterday. There is no strategy, Tony. There is only anger and resentment about an election result that Republicans in the Trump campaign wish turned out differently. Guess what? That happens in American politics. You can lose an election narrowly. There is no coherent legal approach to challenging any votes in any jurisdiction. Not one single vote has been brought into legal question by any of the litigation brought by the Trump campaign or sympathetic Republicans. And in court, you have to meet two standards: a point of law and evidence to back up that it was violated. So far, zero on either of those fronts.
Yeah, important point there. Not a single vote so far has been invalidated.
Or called into question.
With evidence, correct. Lots have been called into question without evidence.
Correct.
Important distinction. Major Garrett for us, thank you very much.